Okay. All right, question.
This is a major seventh, correct?
Tis.
And then if I was like to do an A minor seventh, this would be minor, because you are moving.
No, that's major seventh.
That's still a major seventh. Okay.
Yeah, there's no minor there. That's minor. That's A minor.
Minor, and then
But we went from A,
yes.
A major 7, A7.
Okay, and then
Right.
what would be the minor seventh? That's what I was trying to.
Minor, minor 7.
Okay. Thank you.
The way to create a minor chord is nothing to do with the way to create a 7th. They're, you know, obviously you can do it both at the same time, but they're two different changes in notes. So when you're doing give me an A major 7, give me 2 A major 7ths. You know 2 shapes. We just did one there. There you go. Good. Now where's the other one? 6-string root note, but A major 7. That's not A major 7 because that's a 6-string root note chord. So where's A on the 6th string? Where's A on the 6th string?
Oh, A.
Yeah, there we go.
Have to do more.
Yeah, but there you go. Okay, remember that when you're making this shape, that's the root note. So if you want to do an A major 7th, you got to go there. So give me a C major 7th in that shape, please. 6-string root note. C major 7th.
6-string root.
There you go. Now you get the idea. And G major 7th, just to solidify it. Okay, good. Now I did show you the other shape, which is the 4th string root note of a major 7th, but I don't know if you remember.
Was that this one? No. Because I was wondering what that was again.
Well, okay, we'll touch on that in a minute, but I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about this one.
Oh, yes. So I do believe that we touched on it.
We did, yeah. You just bar the first 3, and then you put you there on the 4th string, and that's your root note. So what chord am I playing right now? And you're not playing, you're in a different fret. But what chord am I playing? Root note.
We're having a break for it here.
Sorry, what note is this?
It was the
5th?
G.
Yeah, G major 7th. Listen. See?
Yeah, I hear the similarity.
It's just a different way to make it. Depending on what you want to do in the song, what shape you want to use. Now, this is F major 7.
Yeah.
Okay, play with me. Because what we've done is taken our root note and gone down half a step. Okay. Where's the other root note in this chord? Where's the root note now in this chord? Where's F?
On the G.
Where's F?
F is on the D
Good.
string.
So that's the root note. So if we move it up, that's your root note. How do we make G major 7? That's the root note. How do we make G major 7 with this shape? Where's G on the D string?
G on the D string.
Yes. But what do we have to do? We either just play these 3 strings, or we add this note here, like that. Okay.
So that's it.
So that's the root note.
Okay, so that is the root note. What's it called? Major 7?
It's the major 7. G major 7, G major 7, G major 7. See there?
Major 7.
Yeah, and there's a lot more. But these are the most commonly used shapes.
Was Girl From You, the new one, the one they were using for that? 'Cause I
Yeah,
remember you
yeah.
had.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I intro with this. And then when I'm playing the melody, I move it up. Yeah, I use a lot of major 7s in that song. I also do it in Color My World by Chicago. And we're going to do this one day because what this does, it forces you to, every note has to be clear in all these chords.
would that be considered an arpeggio?
Yes. So we're going to get there. That's a great one for really forcing yourself to make clean chords, nice clean notes. So we will get to that one day. And by itself it's pretty without any singing, but then there are of course lyrics on top of that. And if you ever listen to it, you'll hear the flute doing the solo, the instrumental. It's real pretty.
We did do
It's great with two guitars. What were you saying?
I was saying if we did do that together, do you want someone to do the flute and someone to carry on the melody? To
No, one of us will do the chords, and the other one will do the lead. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, Meligania.
Yes.
Okay, still needs work. I want you to pinch, that pinch needs to be louder. Yeah, it needs to be louder. And more pause between movements. So when you finish the one movement, a little bit of a pause, create a little anticipation. But they sounded really good. I closed my eyes just to listen, and it sounded really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you play through your amp a lot at home?
I've plugged it up a couple times.
But the answer is no.
Okay, yeah, I would, you play through your amp more, okay, get used to what that's like, what it sounds like. All right, what's the other one you're doing?
Windy and Warm.
Hmm? Yeah,
Windy
oh yeah,
and
yeah, Windy
Warm,
Warm.
And that's the one that I've been trying to figure out the little, I guess, filler notes.
Okay, well, let's see what you got. Let's do, yeah, go ahead.
And also,
That was very dumb.
oh, yeah.
There's a trash can there.
Thank you. I got it. I
And
thought you could have it, you can chew it through casa.
for this song, you do start on the A string, right?
Yeah. Now go to the G7, C7.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Now, okay, good.
Okay.
You were, okay, good.
And this is the one I've been trying to figure out filler notes for, so I just kind of.
Yeah, okay. That's good. No, then you go to F.
Oh, yeah. And then you can do that again.
Yeah. This is you're kind of finishing up each movement with the F. Do this again, and then you go back to this where you were doing in the same position and relative position to the other pieces. Okay. All right. What I want you to do, try to get to where you're tapping your foot and playing, because you're. Let's see what you're.
To tap in rhythm, it's not just tapping your foot.
Okay. All right.
You
So
know that,
now start over. Keep the beat, please. Try to tap your foot where you're playing, but you got to keep with this down. Maybe a little quick. doom, 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 ba doom, 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 ba doom, 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 doom. Keep going. Doom, ba doom, 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 da-dum, boom, 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 doom, doom, da-dum, bam, bam, da, bam, da, dum, dum, ba-dum, boom, 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 dum, dum, da-da-dum, dum. You only do that
Yeah,
once.
I don't know
That was
what
good.
to do in there.
That's fine. All right, so I want you to do it with a metronome at home, okay? And tap your foot. You gotta keep, because your rhythm's uneven.
I tried tapping the foot, but the problem is, like with the beginning,
Uh-huh.
I just tap the foot faster there is what I find.
Just get to where you can do this first. Now, another thing you weren't doing, which is not a big deal, but when you were coming back from this, I didn't hear that E when you came back. But you know what? I'm the only one who'd even notice. Nobody else will even notice. But it's part of keeping this Travis picking going, this independent thumb thing going. So you gotta, I force myself in places like that where I know it's supposed to be there to do it, even though musically it doesn't make a huge deal, but I like to keep it going. And you know, one of the guys that shows how to do it on YouTube, he don't, and I don't like it. I said, the whole idea of this particular song is to get better at the independent thumb skill. So you're doing the A, D, E, D. So wait, A, D, A, D, boom. Yeah, so A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D, A, D, E. See, you're keeping that alternating thumb going. Dun. And I like when it rings out after you've gone back to the A minor. It sounds cool.
That sounds cool.
Because when you get back to the A minor, it's the A string, A, D, E. So it's bum 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 bum.
So it's right after like you.
Yeah, dum bum 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 bum. Yeah, so it's just keeping that alternating bass going. There you go. There you go. Exactly.
Okay.
Got it, feel?
Yes, I do.
All right, good. Other than that, you're getting them down. Remember the order of things, but do it to a metronome, please. You got to smooth out. You got to smooth out your tempo. It was a little uneven there, and I know I'm repetitious when I say try to get to the point where you're always tapping your foot, no matter what you're playing. It's a really helpful tool, and I don't know a professional player. Of course, you're not a professional player, but I don't know a professional player who doesn't tap his foot when he's playing, and it's just it helps keep that inner rhythm going. Because we got rhythm in our soul, right? So that's one way to
But I'm proud that he worked through any little mistake that he had. He didn't stop. He worked right through it. I'm really proud because normally you stop. You just kept going.
Yeah.
And see, nobody would notice. Nobody would have paid any attention to it.
No, not at
So
all.
I'm glad you didn't stop because usually you just stop and want to start over. Awesome.
Now, I have not, I was working on another project, for a gig that I played last week. Now that I'm done with that, I'm able to focus now on some of the stuff that I don't normally play along with you guys. And one of the ones is Time in a Bottle. I have not had a chance to rework it. So there's nothing I can do with you right now. You're doing a good job on that pretty much, I think. I don't have to worry about you on that. So let's do something different today. First of all, give me the crawl.
from the third fret, like
Do the crawl. Do the crawl. You know it.
I know, but it starts from the third fret. You want
It does. It does. Now it starts with the third fret. Stop. Keep going. Come back down. Come back down.
so I'm not that good at.
Huh? Oh yeah. Do we care how fast we're doing it?
No.
No. Although you're doing really good, actually. Do it with this. Okay. All right. Where are you? Okay, where are you?
Well, now I know.
Okay. That was good. Now do just from just this here. The first string with a pick. Same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 from here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. I recommend doing it with a pick and also with your fingers, just so you get stay comfortable with a pick, or at least familiar with it. So you don't want to lose that feel or that skill. But as you know, I seldom use a pick, but I still like to pick one up and do it now and then. And especially with my new 12 string, where a lot of my songs on that are strictly strumming.
What brand is your 12 string?
Mackenzie and Marr.
I think I've heard of it a few times.
Oh yeah, look it up, macmar.com. They're a little outfit based in Canada. They buy the finest materials available. They ship it to a shop of artisans in China, where it gets built and sent back and set up back in Canada and shipped directly. So there's no middleman, there's no retail markup. Because retail markup is 2 or 3 times. So that's why I bought this guitar directly from the guys who make it, and that 12 string. Never had before in my life bought a guitar that I hadn't played first. Maybe online because I wanted something badly enough. But both companies have a money-back guarantee, including the shipping back. So if you don't like it, ship it back. There ain't no way that 12 string's going back. I think that's a piece of art, man. It's absolutely gorgeous.
You have to bring it in. Let us hear you play it.
I will one day. Maybe at the open mic when you come, I'll have it. Oh, speaking of which,
What time is
one
it?
of my families has, for the last 2 weeks, had somebody sick from the last 2 weeks. So I'm asking if we can move it from the 25th to the 2nd of October.
Sure, I don't see a problem with it.
Yes. Yes.
I don't
that's good.
see. I mean, I'll check with his mom, but I don't think there's a problem.
I don't
Nothing
think of
planned,
anything.
nothing
The only
planned.
thing that I can think of is on October 5th is
His birthday,
my birthday is October
14.
All right, well, that's not gonna interfere with
No, October
Saturday, unless
6th.
you plan on going on a binge for 3 days.
So-
All right, so, the 50, when is it? The
Fifth.
5th,
Yes.
yeah, so you're- no.
Yeah,
So
no.
we're good.
And you know what, I'm kicking myself, I forgot to ask the guy before you.
Well, just let us know or send his mom a note. I'm sure
Okay.
we'll work
Yeah,
it
well,
out no matter what.
Okay, good, I figured, unless you had something already going.
No,
Wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, so these poor kids, last week, somebody was sick, and this week, somebody's sick.
No, it's just.
Was it the ukulele group?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. The older one, he plays guitar now, but, yeah,
Yeah.
so, all ukulele.
They probably took some pressure off of Kaden with moving it a week. Well, you know, like he said.
This is what I'm thinking, yeah.
He goes like, school just gets in the way.
I know.
You know, he has to study for those stupid tests, you know? What is that about? He goes, Grandma, I've been really trying to practice a lot. And I said, I know, Kaden, you just have to practice.
You just
more."
have to, you have to have a schedule.
It's so
You've
hard.
gotta have a schedule. And, the guitar is not more important than your school right now, obviously. But you still gotta schedule it in. And if it means getting up 15 minutes earlier, or some, I don't know, whatever, I don't know what your schedule is, but if you can do at least 2 half-hour sessions a day, and I know you often do more than that, time-wise, because you're like me, you sit down and you play and you lose track of time. But if you can make sure that on your schedule that you've got written in those specific times, and then of course you're going to do things just for fun. You're not going to, but the things that you have to work on need to be scheduled. They really need to be scheduled.
Usually the time that I take along with playing guitar is I'll have dinner or something, and then I'll go in my room and I'll play guitar for a while. The problem is that for the past few nights we've had tests and reports to write, so I've had to sit up till 9 or so o'clock
Ugh,
studying.
just think of tests.
I mean, I got a 98 on that history, so that's good.
That ain't
Yeah,
bad.
made your mom happy, I'm
Do
sure.
you have Roots of Rock in your handouts?
Yes, I believe I do.
I want to go over the concept of soloing.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I want to go over the concept of soloing. And have you played along with some YouTube videos where they have
Yes.
backing tracks?
Yes, I've looked up jazz. It was A and G. It was backing track, and I've tried that a couple of times.
Do look at some blues backing tracks, okay, and they'll tell you what key it's in generally, and almost always the minor pentatonic in that key works. So I want to do this with the Roots of Rock. First of all, just play what's written.
I was sideways, so
Yeah, me too. Play what's written, please.
yeah, thanks.
That's right.
No, it's not. Okay, okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Do it. Just do it all over again. Now, this covers the concept of playing over the top of chord changes with an arpeggio of the chord. I was just strumming the chords, and you were just picking the notes of the chords. Often, that's a great way to solo. It's just arpeggio the chords. So I'm doing this, or I'd be doing this. What are you doing? And you can mess with those notes. while it's playing C. You could hammer, you could pull off, you could little tricks but then you're changing chord. So I'm going to keep strumming. I want you to take the notes that are tabbed out there for you in the part arpeggio, and I want you to tweak them a little bit. Play some solo over the top of my chords, please. Play them out of order. Same notes. Play the notes, but play them out of order. There you go. Now you do the chords, please. You do the chords. Yep. Whatever you want, whatever you feel. Bar chords, open chords, I don't care. Go ahead. So I just was messing around with the notes and just creating whatever felt like. So that's a real common concept for soloing over chords and over chord changes. The other thing is to play the scales, but not in order. We don't want it to sound like a scale. You move the order of the notes, like a blues. What's the 1-4-5? What's blues in E? What's the 1-4-5 in E?
Blues in E for 1-4-5 would be the A and the B.
Yeah. So give me real quick. Go. All I did was play some notes in the minor scale, minor pentatonic scale. So 2 ways to do it. Play inside the key with whatever scale it's in, the key it's written in, or arpeggio over the chord changes. Just a couple of concepts to mess with. And I highly recommend that you go to YouTube and play some back